back to another video. Thanks for hitting that play button. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today I want to talk about the C8 Corvette Z06. As you guys know, I recently went on a test drive in a Corvette C8 Z06, and I basically want to go through and tell you guys how the Corvette C8 feels compared to a Corvette C8 Z06. So let's get into the video. Okay, first off, guys, let's start with the exterior of the Corvette Z06. And in this video, I'm going to refer to, when I say the Z06, instead of saying C8 Z06 all the time, I may just say the C8Z. All right. So basically, the C8Z on the outside, you get that wide body look. You get the wide body fenders, front and back. You get a totally different front fascia for the C8Z, and you also get a totally different rear bumper for the C8Z. And obviously the C8Z, you get your center exiting exhaust, which I freaking love. Instead of like on the C8, you have the boomerang look on the side by the door area, and on the C8Z, you get a wishbone look instead. Really, that's the biggest differences between the C8 and the C8 Z06. Obviously, you get wider wheels, you get bigger wheels as well on the C8Z, because the C8Z, you get 20s in the front for the wheel size, and you get 21s in the rear. And on the C8, you get 19s in the front, you get 20s in the rear. And you get a much wider tire for the C8 Z06. So it's crazy. Okay, so let's talk about the interior, the differences between the Corvette C8 and the Corvette C8 Z06. The interiors are basically the same. The biggest difference between the C8 and the C8 Z06 as far as the interior is the C8 Z06 has carbon fiber on the top of the steering wheel and carbon fiber on the bottom of the steering wheel. And on the bottom of the steering wheel, it actually has a Z06 script as well on the steering wheel. And then let's say if you get the level 2 carbon fiber for the Z06, you get all that carbon fiber in the middle on the console, and you get the carbon fiber over here on the doors that goes all the way up onto the dash. But it's still basically, it's the same. There's no huge differences between the C8 and the C8Z as far as the interior. It's pretty much the same. I mean, it's the same layout. You still have the wall of buttons. You still have all the controls in the same place. The screen's in the same place. The only difference when I got into the C8Z that you notice right away is the carbon fiber on the steering wheel. I mean, it looks amazing. It definitely takes the experience to the next level. It makes you feel like you're in something special. Now, let's talk about the driving. How did the C8 Z06 make me feel? How did it feel compared to the C8 Stingray? Man, where do I start? First off, the feeling. It feels amazing. The Z06 on the road feels fantastic. When I put it into touring mode, it felt just like the touring mode in the standard C8. I mean, it really didn't feel that much different. But when you put the C8Z into sport mode or track mode or Z mode, OMG, the car just gets so much more aggressive than the C8. I mean, the downshifts were just instant. As soon as you put it into sport mode, the DCT just drops a gear right away, and you just hear that glorious sound from that 5.5 liter flat plane crank engine LT6. You just hear it just hum like, oh, it sounds so good. I mean, so as soon as you do that, it changes the whole vehicle. It changes from being a feeling, it changes from feeling like the standard C8 to feeling like a exotic supercar. Instantly. As soon as you put it in the sport mode, it just feels like an exotic supercar right away. And I'm going to tell you, from my experience, it does not feel like a C8 at all. It drives totally different than a C8. It's a totally different feeling car. It's not the same. So let's say on a scale from 1 to 10, let's say if the C8 is a 7, okay, which by my count, the C8 is a fantastic vehicle, okay? I'm just doing this for a comparison, okay? If the C8 is a 7 and the C8 Z06 is a 10, I mean, it just feels totally different. It does not feel like the same car. Even going around curves and everything, turns. I mean, as soon as you turn the steering wheel, the C8Z turned right away. There was no lag at all. As soon as you hit the gas in the C8 Z06, no lag at all. Boom, it just took off like a rocket. Took off like a rocket. And if you'd like to see my impressions and how it made me feel when I first gave the C8 Z06 some gas, I'll leave a link in the description below of my test drive in the Corvette C8 Z06. It was amazing, guys. I'm telling you, it felt fantastic. It felt like my Cadillac CTS-V, okay? The Cadillac CTS-V, as you guys know, is supercharged, all right? So as soon as you hit the gas, I mean, you're gone. That's the difference really between having a supercharged vehicle that has a root style supercharger versus a supercharger that has a centrifugal supercharger, or not even that, versus a car that has turbos, because you get a little bit of turbo lag depending on the car that you have. Now with technology, engineering, stuff like that, you may have a car that has a single turbo or a dual turbo setup where you don't get much turbo lag at all. You may get a little bit, but even with that, that's the difference between a supercharged car and a turbocharged car. The turbocharged, you get a little bit lag, but the root style supercharger, man, you don't get any lag at all. As soon as you hit the gas, the car just takes off. With that being said, that is exactly how the new C8 Z06 feels. You don't get any lag. It feels like it is a root style supercharged engine. That's how it feels. As soon as you touch the accelerator pedal, the car just takes off like a freaking rocket, guys. No lag whatsoever. So in my video, that's when I say, man, this feels like it's a supercharged vehicle. But it's not. It's naturally aspirated. The guys at GM, the Chevrolet engineers, did a fantastic job, a remarkable job on the engineering of that engine. It feels incredible. I can't say it enough. The C8 Z06 has an amazing engine. That engine is ridiculous. I mean, wow. I mean, you have a 5.5 liter flat plane crank engine that revs to 8,600 RPMs. And I mean, there's no lag, guys. You can see the RPMs just jump quick. There's no like, you're waiting. No, it's like, woo, woo, woo. I mean, it revs so fast, okay? 8,600 RPMs quickly. It has 670 horsepower versus the standard Stingray. The C8 Stingray has 495 horsepower. It's a huge difference. The C8 Z06 has a lot more power. The difference is that it just takes off. And it's so planted. When I got on the gas, it just stuck to the ground and just took off. I mean, just stick, go. It just took off, the C8 Z06. Stick, go. It was gone. And then the sound, again, I can't say it enough, guys. the sound that the engine makes is incredible. I just wanted to make this video to tell you guys how it feels to drive a C8 Z06 compared to the C8 Stingray. And I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, the C8 Z06 is not the same vehicle. Yes, it is the C8 platform, but when you drive it, it feels totally different. It feels like a totally different vehicle, guys. Hands down. All right. So basically, I just want to put this video out there so you guys can know basically how it feels for me being an owner of a C8 Stingray, how it felt. What can you expect if you go and test drive, or if you go out and buy a C8 Z06? So let me know, guys, in the comments, what do you think about the C8 Z06, especially you guys who actually own a C8 Z06 and maybe have owned the C8 Stingray. Let me know how the C8 Z06 feels to you guys. And if you like this content, make sure you hit that like button. If you'd like to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, but don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can be notified when I upload new content. Again, I want to say Happy New Year to all you guys. Stay safe out there. I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace. Keep watching Gary's Rides. Where you going? Keep watching Gary's Rides. Keep watching Gary's Rides.